most charities will give you a link in return. So find some of your favourite charities, make sure you believe in what they do, have some character about it, right? So find some charities, give them a donation. Email me if you want a list of some charity donation sites, because we usually keep sites that are more or less sort of open to it. And if the charity isn't really, really big and they're kind of small charities and you believe in the initiatives, they're probably more likely to say, yeah, sure, we've got to, donate this and we'll give you this. But have character about it, like give them the money anyway, and then just say, would you mind linking to us, because it would mean a great deal to us. Social media, I think I'm going to have to leave it because it wasn't in the original reply, and it's going to take longer. If I have time, and I'll see what I can do. Reviewing suppliers, and this obviously comes back into the sort of the contacts list, but on a more generic scale, suppliers that sort of on a large scale that are providing a lot of value, that your clients are either buying from them or whatever sort of current relationship that's already established. So this one is more, the contacts one that I mentioned above, that was more establishing relationships. The reviewing suppliers and whatnot is more maximizing if you provided value for a long time to existing sort of suppliers or manufacturers, or I don't know, whatever your business has good close relationship. Most businesses over time have kept relationships with other companies and so forth, and they have websites. And if it makes sense from a business point of view, they will link to you if they're buying a lot or you've provided them with value and good service over time. When I was working for a large online retailer, some of you may know who that is. We did this with LG, worked. We did this with Sony, worked. So on a smaller level, it's good obviously to ask if you are, because if they're getting a lot from you, then it's not so bad to kind of then ask for links when they're due. And emailing them, and then also what you can do, I also intended to say in the tweet back was, if you, actually this worked with James, who's probably definitely watching this, because I'm going to tell him I've shouted out to him about a few times. James he wrote an article about a long time ago. He wrote the top, I think, 10 SEOs under the age of 30, and he wrote that ages ago. And all those SEO, he linked out and messaged all the SEOs and said blah, blah, blah. Not only did we link to his site because it was a bit of ego bait, right? There's a bit of a strategy there. Not something that I'm overly comfortable with, but it can work. He basically went out and said, I've done this, blah, blah, blah. Not only did we link to him, but we were building links to his page because it mentioned us. And we actually generated him a lot of traffic, not just because of the links that we were sending, but also from the views and the social media sharing and all the rest of it. And I wanted to tell my mum and blah, 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 that other top SEOs think that I'm in the top 10 under 30. So a little bit of, if you believe that these people are great, or you believe you're looking at a product and you're giving them a positive review, this usually will work with more small to medium based either influencers or websites or whatnot. And if you review their products and you give an honest assessment, I mean, if you're in the nutrition space and you want to review other products that can blend almonds better, and they'll send you, if you've got a bit of an audience, they're going to send you opportunities. So if you've got the audience already, you're probably going to get opportunities. But if you don't have the audience and the reputation, and you're approaching other sort of companies that are sort of on your level, and you say, hey, I just reviewed your blender, for example. Here's the article. I tried it. So you're doing ethical character, showing a good character. I bought this. I tried it. I really liked it. I wanted it. So I wrote about it. It's on this page. Feel free to link to it. Most of the time, if you got the chemistry right in the email and you've said the right things and you're going in with the right intent, authenticity and intent, very important, then they're going to link to your website. And so, guys, I've got to leave the social media because we're just almost 50 minutes. So social media is really, really, really important in building the contacts and pretty much sort of doing the content roadshow, building the contacts, doing the other strategy that I mentioned. So I think so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I mentioned Broken Links, Content Roadshow, Building Contacts, Charities, and the suppliers that I just mentioned, and obviously contacting those that you've already built an established relationship with. So you can kind of use social media to kind of do at least the contacts and the content roadshow strategies and combine them. But I can't go into that because for the sake of this video. So hopefully, guys, if anything was kind of unclear or something wasn't right or you didn't understand something that I wrote, because now I can see it playing back, I don't even understand what I wrote unless I'm looking at it. But hopefully, if there's anything unclear, I just want to be with more presenting. I just got to use the whiteboard to kind of write things. Like comment below. I mean, this is where I'm going to try to do at least once a month, do an Ask Glynos show, and keep my podcast for basically everything else that I like to talk about, and that talks a little bit more about me. I will mention SEO and I will mention things from time to time, but I'm going to keep YouTube again strictly on SEO and the Ask Glynos show. So guys, if you've got a question, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, ask me a question. You can contact me through the website as well. But let's start building up the Ask Glynos trend. Yay! Awesome. Guys, if you enjoyed it, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, whatever you got to do. I'll appreciate it one way or the other. And I would really, really love a question. If you got a question on this, please let me know.